And another beautiful morning greets you, beautiful people. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. Hello, lovelies.
Yeah.
Hello, lovelies. How are you guys doing?
The sun is coming up already.
Yeah, very early these days, eh?
Oh,
wakes you up before your alarm.
I know, man. I love that inspiring walk to work, and hopefully we are going to inspire you on your way to work this morning, or maybe even make you a little bit late for work, because the show is that good. We're going to introduce you to bodyboarding world champion Ian Campbell. We're going to sit down and have a chat. Great man, what a year he's had. Wow.
Oh, how exciting. And then, guys, Nasty C got a new pet.
What?
And it is in our local entertainment news. You need to stay tuned for it. Well, okay, the hint I'll give you is one of the South African rugby teams is named after it.
Impala.
A
lion. He's got a lion.
No.
He's got a lion.
He has
There's a South African
Puma.
Anyway, I love that. Then I suppose so many of our matrics writing they're done with science, but we're going to inspire a new generation to get into science, and hopefully some parents as well with Mickey Bush.
Yeah, and also can't wait to hear the sounds of something Soweto here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've been wanting to see this guy live for the longest time, and he'll be here for your entertainment today. I can't believe Nasty C has a pet puma. Really?
No, I didn't say puma.
Was it a shark? He's got a shark.
You'll have to wait.
No way.
Crazy stuff. Good morning from my side as well, guys, and a very warm welcome for this Wednesday. Let's quickly take a look at your weather as we do early on your weekday mornings. Now, in your weather today, you can see hot temperatures with thunder showers in Gauteng with slightly cooler conditions along the Eastern Cape coast for today. Polokwane 10 grade minimum en 'n maximum van 23 met 'n paar donderstorms verwag. Mbombela 12-16, Pretoria 11 en 'n maximum van 'n warm 32 ook met 'n paar donderstorms wat verwag kan word. Johannesburg 10-31, Mahikeng 15 en baie warm later vandag 35 grade. Klerksdorp 13-32, Kimberley 13 en 'n maximum van 30, Bloemfontein 10-28, Richards Bay 13-22, Pietermaritzburg op 9 minimum en 'n maximum van 21, Durban 16-22, Mthatha 8-19, West-London op 14 minimum en 'n maximum van 20, Cradock starting off on 7 minimum this morning with a mild 24, Port Elizabeth 15-21, George 12-19, Sutherland on 9 minimum with a maximum 25, Cape Town 14-27, Worcester 12-29, Springbok starting off 9 degrees minimum, warming up to 30 maximum later on today, and a very hot day in Uppington, 18 minimum with a maximum 36 degrees. That's a quick look at your weather for the 6:30 bulletin. We'll keep you updated. I'm back just after 7 with another look.
Thank you, Ewan. Well, Tshwane residents are being warned about a number of streets in the city centre not being accessible to motorists, and that's due to a taxi strike taking place today. Protesters are set to gather at the old Patco depot in Marabastad from 9 a.m. and are to begin their march around 11:30 a.m. Commuters are urged to please make use of an alternative route. That's where I leave your traffic for this morning. I'll bring you another update in half an hour.
Efferflu C Immune Booster from Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
So our country has so many sports heroes to be proud of, and today we are joined by one of these heroes who has been, I think, making waves for the South African flag, shining high at the moment in bodyboarding. And last month, Ian Campbell became the 3rd South African to win the world title as he was crowned world champion of the 2017 APB World Tour in Portugal. And now that Ian is back on home soil, we are so proud to have him here. First of all, sir, congratulations.
Thanks very much. Yeah.
You've had a bit of time for this to sink in. How are you feeling? How has this champion's mantle settled on you, man?
Oh, it's been pretty surreal. I mean, coming back home, it's always good to be home and just be back in the water and enjoying Cape Town a little bit. And yeah, it's still not really sunk in that's what's happened, but yeah, I'm just really stoked to be back here and happy to have a world title.
It's incredible to me that you said and enjoying the water again, because that's tough out there. People forget you guys are having a lot of fun. I know you're mates with a lot of the guys that are on tour. How hectic is it? How competitive is the world tour at the moment?
I mean, the bodyboarding side of things, it's a little bit more friendly when you get out of the water, but definitely in the water, I mean, you're always going to have those competitors that you're really strong against, and yeah, it's a really close-knit community out there. So I'm just lucky to, fortunate enough to be traveling the world doing what I love.
And representing us so proudly, man. And I think you mentioned the term kind of community, and that is so important when you look at developing young bodyboarders like yourself, that there are guys that you can look up to, that there are mentors in the fold. South Africa's clearly doing something right here. If we've had 3 world champions. How good is the South African field at the moment?
I mean, it's really strong. There was 2 of us this year, myself and Jared Houston. Jared's a past world champion. We're both in the top 5. He's 3rd. Another young up-and-coming rider from Onrus in Hermanus, Tristan Roberts. He was sitting 15th, and then we got a couple guys as well that were from South Africa that are doing exceptionally well on qualifying for the top 24 in the World Tour. So these guys, I mean, they're all riding really well. We had 2 guys going through in Nazaré in Portugal into the main event, 2 South Africans, and they only take 8. So
yeah,
I mean, the
field, a big field, man. Yeah.
Huge field there, and the guys they're doing exceptional things out there, and it's just good to see that the sport's growing so much in our country. And I mean, even abroad, these guys are riding exceptionally well.
What won you the title, man? When you look at how complex tricks are at the moment, and as you say, how competitive that field is, what got you that nod, do you think?
Maybe just the consistency side of things. I've just tried to be really consistent this year. There were 8 events that I participated in, and 7 of them I got into the podium. So from that side, I think it's just I kept that consistency up and just kept that competitive edge kind of ahead of everyone else, and I think that's what just pushed me a little bit more ahead. And each time, you know, getting more points than the next guy and staying in the lead the whole time is definitely what put me ahead of everyone else. And I think at the end of the day, just keeping that consistency up there just got me the title.
Do you know, it hasn't quite sunk in yet, but you've got a whole year to savor this and let it fully sink in. Ian, we are so proud of you, man. Well done. I know it takes a huge amount to get to this point, so hopefully your sponsors are going to give you some love, and we'll certainly be tracking you online, man. Awesome to meet you, and congrats, my brother, once again.
Thanks so much.
Hopefully everyone in the studio will shake his hand. Our world champion, Ian Campbell, here this morning, of course, the 2017 World Bodyboarding World Champion.
All right, from world champions, we'll take a quick break, take a breather. When we come back, big news from the world of entertainment. Apparently, Nasty C has a new pet, and we've been trying to figure out what it is. Zoe says it's named after a rugby team. I say he's got a pet puma somewhere there.
You think so? You think so?
I think so.
I saw the photos. I don't know what to make of it.
Okay.
Anyways, yes, we'll also hang out with our parenting expert, Nikki Bush, talking about how to get your children into sciences. Yes, that's heading your way after the break.
Have you cracked that for me?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday morning. And right now it is time for us to take a look at some local entertainment news and big news about Nasty C's new pet. Zoe, I'm telling you now, he has a pet orangutan.
Oh no, Lee will tell you, but there's no orangutan rugby team.
Okay.
Now we've got mad love for Nasty C, but his latest antic has even us raising an eyebrow or two. So taking to Instagram, the rapper shared a photo of himself with his new pet, which is, wait for it,
what?
A shark.
I knew it.
There we go. Nasty C captioned the photo, new pet, she needs a name, and this sent fans into an absolute frenzy of the fact that the rapper spent an estimated 25,000 rand on his new pet. But before you get all crazy about it, it actually is fake. It was Photoshop. It was Photoshop. And I was actually telling a story that a girl commented, and when he said the pet needs a name, and she responded by saying, how about it belongs in the ocean? Nasty C went to the girl's page and found where she's got a bird in a cage and said, this is so terrible. You should let it fly free and not keep it caged up. So he goes after people that seem to go after him.
But it's not even like that. It's like, don't you know that it's illegal to own a shark?
Well,
like,
luckily it's a fake.
You can't own a lion either, guys. You can't just go to a picture, hi, can I have that one? No.
That black lion?
You can't do that. So obviously.
From fake shark to reality TV, DJ Zinhle has one of the most watched celebrities in Mzansi, and we can't get enough of her. Now, this one is going to be amazing because the chart-topping DJ is set to let fans into her very own life with a brand new reality TV show. It's titled It Takes a Village, and viewers will get a glimpse into Zinhle's life as she helps young women in her hometown in KZN with various life issues. Now, she says these issues might not necessarily reflect things that she's gone through in her own life, but she is still very proud to bring awareness to them. So you can catch Zinhle in the premiere of her new show, It Takes a Village. It's going to be at 9 p.m. on SABC1 tonight.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Back on the whole Nasty C thing, just like how people are so gullible. Like, imagine how it would have went down, how Nasty C even got a shark. Like, you go, hey, I want somebody to go to the ocean, capture a shark and bring it to my pool, which is now salty because sharks can do it. What?
Your pool in Joburg.
Come on, guys.
Okay. Well, that was our local entertainment news for you. Of course, more coming up in our international entertainment news. But time now for us to turn our attention to our parenting expert, Nikki Bush, joining us in the studio. And it's all about creating a curious mind within your child.
Scientific thinking based on discovering how the world works can start in fun and simple ways long before children are introduced to the theory of science at school. And we speak to our creative parenting expert, Nikki Bush, about things you can do in your own home with rather simple ingredients to start triggering your child's curiosity. Nikki, welcome. I think we're going to have a little bit of fun today, put our mad scientists' jackets on. But first off, I suppose the big question is why? Why are children always asking why? Is this a precursor to them developing that scientific brain?
Absolutely. So how did I get inside your tummy? How do the waves move?
Yeah.
You know, what makes this happen? Children have naturally inquiring minds, and we need to make sure we keep that curiosity alive.
Fool that sponge.
And there's so much that we can actually do at home with normal little household implements, household objects, substances in our kitchen, bicarbonate of soda, vinegar, water, you know, just normal stuff. Even baking, if you think about it, is a science experiment. You know, how does that bicarb and cream of tartar and baking soda work?
Things change form.
Yeah.
Why is it so important, as always, to get hands-on when doing this?
Because otherwise it's just information. That's what Einstein said. So all learning needs to be experiential, otherwise it's just information to children. And when you do these kind of little experiments we're going to do now, there's a wow factor. And it like puts learning on steroids, so to speak, because I think we get so used to thinking about learning being in the four walls of a classroom and between the covers of books or on a tablet, but actually learning can be 3D.
I love it. So let's start with a little bit of learning here. I'm going to start with these beautiful flowers. What is going on here?
So we've got food colouring in water over here, and this flower has only just been put into the food colouring, and this rose has been in this food colouring for about 2 hours. So look how
just
the colour,
2 hours.
The colour has moved to the edges of the petals. Just 2 hours. If we leave this overnight, you will see a whole colour change going on. And for people who've got like white iceberg roses in their gardens right now, which are a dime a dozen and free, go and pick a whole lot of them and do this experiment, and it happens in a couple of hours. You will see that the edges of the roses have gone tinged with red or green, and kids just love that. It's like fascination. How did that work? So that's a mixture
Not just kids.
of biology and science. You know, the vascular system of a plant and how a plant drinks.
So many learning opportunities there. The humble egg. I'm guessing this is quite exciting.
No, this is very exciting. You know how we always tell our children to clean your teeth before you go to bed?
Yeah.
Well, this is then proof as to why you must clean your teeth and get rid of all the acid in your mouth from the sweets that you ate, because here we have some eggs that have been sitting in vinegar for about the last 24 hours or so. And what the vinegar does, the acid eats away at the shell of the egg. So there's a normal egg. Feel that, okay? Now, this is one of the eggs that has come out of here that is now shellless.
Oh, my word.
So it proves to children that we're not speaking lies when we say you must brush your teeth.
Oh, that is brilliant.
So isn't that cool?
Oh, man.
So it's all rubbery. Yeah, I know. It's weird, isn't it?
That is completely crazy.
You can have it back now. I don't want it to explode.
I was about to ask you. It doesn't feel like a solid egg in there. Check that. Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, you're taking a chance.
Oh, man.
But I mean, you can
That's
even
so
think
cool.
about how you can cook things using vinegar.
Yeah.
You know, that you can actually put meat and fish and things into vinegar, and it's kind of cooking.
Even lemon juice, anything
Yeah.
that's got the acidic nature. This is such a great way of engaging the brain, and exciting as well. I think this is going to get your child excited about learning again. Well, we've got some really cool experiments coming our way. I had a little sneak peek at what you're going to do in the next segment. Thank you so much. We're going to continue this discussion a little bit later in the show. Get you inspired to get your child inspired to start thinking about science in a very practical and real and hands-on way.
So right now, let's quickly log on to social media, and it's all about the matrics today. They'll be writing English paper 2, and some of you will be writing the dramatic arts a little bit later on today. But we've asked you on Facebook this morning, what was your favorite setwork book in the matric? And let's quickly take a look at what you guys are saying. Marita van Sale, good morning. Mine was Lord of the Flies. Lekti says mine was last year, Nothing But the Truth. Kanyakazi says, well, back in 2013, mine was Nothing But the Truth there as well. The Great Gatsby and Othello by Lelo Leza, she says there. Chamo says Hamlet. I'm at a huge advantage as I did this book last year as well, so the paper should be okay. There we go. Well done. All the best, Chamo. And let's take one more here. Animal Farm and Othello by, that's what Pravina Keith says as well. But for all of you guys, for writing English paper 2 and that dramatic art bit later on, we're wishing you all of the best. Breathe. You've got this. You've got this. All of the best. But keep those comments coming. Always lovely to connect with you. Remember the hashtag Expresso Show.
What did you read? What did you read for matric?
I think it was Room with a View.
Really?
Yeah, but it was...
To Kill a Mockingbird was epic. Yeah. Drama stuff.
So you go in there and you own that paper, guys. Good luck, guys. So now, obviously, we've been very excited. The Nedbank new money app, banking anywhere, banking anytime, hot new Nedbank money app has got us all sorts of excited. The way we see and manage our money will never be the same again. Payments, transfers, airtime, electricity, even managing debit orders can all be done in the palm of our hands. Long gone are the days of having to actually go into a branch for or a store for basic transactions, or even some of those more complex transactions.
Absolutely. And of course, the launch of this brand new app, we also have some incredible daily prizes that are up for grabs. Now, if you're a Nedbank client, then download the Nedbank Money app in your preferred app store today. Log in with your details and post a screenshot of the welcome page onto our Expresso Facebook competition post. Now, this will put you in the running to win a R1,000 voucher to spend and buy whenever you want, whatever you want with that R1,000 from loot.co.za. Nice. Now, we are giving a voucher away every single day of this week. So you have to download that app and enter the competition because it does close tomorrow at 2 p.m. and terms and conditions can be found on expressoshow.com.
Bank anytime, anywhere with the new Nedbank Money app. To enroll, simply enter your Nedbank card number and PIN. And that's it. Download the new Nedbank Money app today and manage your money like never before.
Well, on that note, we're taking a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. When we get back, we're going to take a look at what's trending. And the one thing I can say is every girl has dreamt of her dream proposal. Well, this one's very interesting. We'll tell you more after the break.
And then we've got incredible vocals for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning. Something Soweto is in the house, and he performs after the break.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
At Samsung, we develop technology so you can live life. Samsung, a way of life.
Very good morning. Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show on this Wednesday morning. You're right on time for us to check out all of those interesting, funny and random things that we've stumbled across on social media and hopefully put a smile on your face with them. Team, what do we have today?
I'd like your advice on classifying this one, if it's random or if it's really creative. I get to use this awesome word, doppelganger, this morning.
Okay.
She really is a shapeshifter. I'm going to introduce you to a Polish lady named Justyna Sosnowska, who has the ability to transform herself into pretty much any character. A lot of cosplay characters coming through, and she can do all of this within 30 minutes. She is that talented. Give us some range there.
Okay, so we've got
some range there.
What?
Get out.
No. What do you mean? That's her?
That's
her.
With makeup and what?
No,
man. No. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Get out of here.
So this is one person who's able to do that with the art of makeup.
Yeah.
And
In an
magic.
average time of 30 minutes.
That's what contouring is.
And
genius.
Magic. She
She can basically make me look like...
Anyone.
Wow.
And she owns a shark. She owns a shark as well.
I'm blown.
Listen, our next story, very, very interesting. Now, ladies, I've got a question for you. Would you drop on one knee for your man? Well, there's one lady that pulled off the ultimate proposal
Oh, his
for her
face says
boyfriend.
it all.
Priceless.
Woman, what you doing? What you doing, man?
Wow.
Look how white his shoes are, man. He was prepared. He was prepared.
Yes, I said yes.
I love it. That's sweet. I love it. It's cool, man.
That's so cool.
Listen, let's end off on a really cool and cute note at that. Hamburgers, we all love hamburgers. The good old hamburger.
Oh, yes. Try a hamburger right now.
So we found this video of a little girl who's absolutely in love with hamburgers. And the minute she laid eyes on this majestic treat, she just started devouring it.
Get in there.
Like, that's my hamburger.
She's an animal.
Yes, I love hamburgers.
Okay.
More.
Don't chew, just eat.
More.
Chewing is for losers, right? Chewing is wasting
That's how
time.
everyone should do a hamburger.
And then you got to do the happy dance halfway through. I love that.
Anyway, that's what we had this morning. Let us know which hashtag video or story has caught your attention online this morning, and share your thoughts with us online, of course, on our Facebook page and on our Twitter page using hashtag Expresso Show. Right now, it's time for some music.
This morning we're joined by a name that is making waves throughout the music industry. I'm talking about Something Soweto. Originally a member of the award-winning group The Soil, his split to pursue his solo career was purely a means for artistic expression. His first solo project was an independently released EP titled This and That Without Tempo, which featured a tribute to Mama Miriam Makeba titled Peace and Lovely Things. He joins us this morning to perform Now and Then.
told her mama, I told her, do you feel it, mama?
That to end. We did not want that. Your voice hits a musical spot. I must tell you, it's like such a refreshing drink of water. So, so good to have you and the band on the show this morning.
Thanks for
now,
having us.
we remember your face. You're one of the founding members of the group The Soil.
Yeah.
Why the decision to move out on your own?
Oh man, I could say the reason not for me to leave was not artistic.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't truly artistic. It was all the other stuff
Drama
that had nothing to
and all
do.
that stuff.
Yeah, it was growing up.
Yeah.
First of all, we were in this group a cappella, and I was infatuated with other sorts of music, and I wanted to pursue those, but I chose not the best time to pursue those.
Well, we're going to get to know Something Soweto a little bit more as the show progresses. Join us on social media. We want to know from you, what did you think about this man's incredible voice? And of course, that song, Now and Then.
I think Leanne said it quite right there. That voice hits a musical spot.
Yeah, man, it kind of chills you out on this morning. I love it, love it.
Oh,
Something Soweto.
It's one of those songs that could have like gone on forever.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, we'll be hearing from him a little bit later on, but right now it's time for the news.
In the national news this morning, Finance Minister Malusi Gigaba says that many investors are interested in taking an equity stake in South African Airways after the government appointed new board members to turn around the struggling national airline. SAA relies on government guarantees to keep it solvent and has been repeatedly cited by the major crediting rating agencies as a threat to South Africa's public finances. Speaking at a news conference, Gigaba added that he wanted the new chief executive of SAA, Vuyani Jarana, to restore confidence in the airline and consolidate its assets. The ministry said the new wage legislation, as well as bills on basic employment conditions and labour relations, would help address labour instability and wage inequality. Parliament's ad hoc committee on political party funding will continue to hold public hearings on the draft political funding bill today. The bill, which seeks to regulate the public and private funding of political parties, sees several organizations such as Black First, Land First, known as OUTA, the Local Government Association and UNISA all comment on the proposal. The committee will make its final submissions to Parliament later this morning. Now moving further abroad, French authorities says the US President Donald Trump is not amongst more than 100 world leaders invited to Paris for a climate summit next month. The summit forms part of French President Emmanuel Macron's Make Our Planet Great Again agenda and is scheduled to take place on December the 12th, the anniversary of the 2015 Paris Climate Accord. A French diplomatic official says the countries invited are those who are especially committed to applying the Paris Accord. And then finally, a public health emergency has been declared by doctors in Delhi as air quality in the world's most populated capital city plunged to levels likened to smoking at least 50 cigarettes in a single day. Visibility is poor as pollution levels reach 30 times the World Health Organization's recommended limit in some areas. Residents have been warned to avoid leaving their homes as smog enveloped streets and landmarks, sparking road, rail and airport delays and renewed calls for Indian state and federal governments to act. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Let's get a look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
We kick it off with football news concerning Bafana, while still no word on Itumeleng Kune's presence, obviously out with a facial injury at the moment. If he'll appear for Bafana at the end of the week, but someone who won't be, Hlompo Kekana, will not take part in Bafana's must-win World Cup qualifying match against Senegal on Friday due to personal reasons. The midfielder was excused from the national team camp after the sudden passing of a family member, and we certainly send our condolences. He's been replaced in the squad by fellow Sundowns teammate Tiani Mabunda. Friday's must-win match against Senegal kicks off at the Peter Makaba Stadium at 7 o'clock. Then, keeping it local with football, the dates and venues for the Telkom knockout semi-finals were confirmed yesterday. It sees Wits taking on Kaizer Chiefs at the Bidvest Stadium on the 18th of November. In the most recent meeting, Wits scoring an extra time goal to see out a 1-1 draw in the league back in September. While over in our other semi-final match, it's Polokwane City hosting Bloem Celtic at the old Peter Makaba Stadium on the 19th of November. A little further afield, ending much speculation, West Ham United have unveiled David Moyes as their new head coach. This is just a day after the departure of Slaven Bilic. Moyes, the former Everton, Man United and Sunderland manager, joins West Ham on a 6-month contract as the team sits third from the bottom of the log at the moment with only 2 wins this season. With the international break coming up, Moyes will have a week off before his first test against Watford on the 19th of November. And then finally in tennis, Andrei Rublev got off to a winning start at the Next Gen ATP finals yesterday as he beat Italian Gianluigi Quinzi in 5 sets. In a match lasting an hour and 46 minutes in Milan, Rublev had to fight back from the start after going a set down, but the 20-year-old Russian eventually pulled out a 3-2 win. Some other results from yesterday saw round 1 wins for Hayun Chun, Borna Koric and Damil Medvedev. And that's where we leave our sport for now.
Well, let's take a look at the roads, starting off in Gauteng and Pretoria. Tshwane residents are being warned that a number of streets in the city centre will not be accessible to motorists due to a taxi strike taking place today. Motorists, or protesters rather, they are set to gather at the old Patco depot in Marabastad from 9 a.m. and their march is set to start at around 11:30 a.m. Now, commuters are urged to make alternative travel arrangements. Then moving to the Western Cape and Cape Town, following yesterday's fire that broke out in the Gordons Bay area, the N2 at Sir Larry's Pass has been reopened for traffic, but the R44 Royals remains closed. And then there's also a fire at Red Hill that's affected several structures at the naval base and is burning to as far as Cape Point. Well, that's where we leave your traffic for now. Another update coming your way shortly.
Let's run you through your temperatures quickly for your Wednesday morning, and you can expect nice and hot temperatures with a chance of some thunder showers for the Gauteng area today, and then cooler temperatures are expected along the Eastern Cape coast for your Wednesday. Jou temperature Polokwane begin op 10 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 23, Mbombela 12, 16, Pretoria 11 en 'n warm 32 met 'n paar donderstorms. Vandag Johannesburg 10, 31, Mahikeng 15, 35, Klerksdorp 13, 32, Kimberley begin op 13 grade minimum met 'n maksimum van 30, Bloemfontein 10, 28, Richards Bay 13, 22, Pietermaritzburg on 9 minimum with a maximum 21 degrees, Durban 16, 22, Mthatha 8, 19, East London 14 and a high of 20, Cradock starting off on 7 minimum with a maximum 24 degrees, Port Elizabeth 15, 21, George 12, 19, Sutherland on a 9 minimum with a maximum 25, Cape Town 14, 27, Worcester 12, 29, Springbok 9 minimum with a maximum 30, and Uppington a nice and hot day expected 18 minimum with a maximum 36 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather for the 7 o'clock bulletin. One more update heading your way just after 8.
Spend 400 Rand or more at BP. Swipe your Avios card and you could win big. Make your dream holiday a reality with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
Alrighty then, well, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. After a very short break, we take a look at a first driving lesson that went viral. Everyone has been talking about this video, and you'll see what makes it so special afterwards.
Well, something else that everyone's talking about is getting fit, and the Expresso behind the scenes team gets their fitness on. Trust me, you want to stay tuned for that. I can't speak English, though.
Whether you're into the majesty of a mountain range or prefer endless sand dunes, make your dream holiday a reality with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive. BP is giving away 21 dream holidays every week from 2 October until 15 December. Simply visit a BP fuel station, spend 400 Rand or more and swipe your Avios card to enter. Get your Avios card for free at BP and enjoy a travel adventure with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beautiful peeps. Thank you so much for tuning in. Time to have a little bit of fun with one of our favorite games. Are you on point when it comes to entertainment knowledge, the latest songs, movies, and superstars? Well, now we're going to put that to the test with our Emoji charades game, or charades. Do you say charades or charades? Charades. And I'm going to say charades this morning. So what we do is we give you a list of emojis in the charades fashion, and then you've got to figure out who or what we are talking about. But you know it's entertainment based. So take us through some clues.
This looks a little bit of a tricky one. So you see a musical note. It says 4. So we're looking for a 4-letter song and 4-word song. Let's rephrase that. You have a baby, you have a thinking face, and we have, it looks like money. Money, money, money. So there you go. So the clues we have for you is this single was released in February this year. It's also a single that features an American singer whose debut album is called American Teen. And the last clue is the single has already received platinum status just last month, and the music video has more than 130 million views.
Smashing it, but we gave you a ton of clues there, so you really should get that, and hopefully you'll be on the money this morning. Hit us up on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page. In fact, give us a rendition of the song just because you're cool like that.
Now let's talk about the skill of driving, something that I think many of us take for granted, having learned to drive around the age of 18. Right? Now, for those who haven't learned how to drive or learned at a later stage in life, it can seem a daunting experience. And so our next guests created a video of their driving lesson, and to their surprise, the post on Facebook went absolutely viral, getting more than 600,000 views in just 1 week. Now, Facebook is, of course, serious business about when you get your videos viral. That's when it gets picked up by all kinds of media outlets, and the story was quickly picked up on digital news agencies across South Africa. So here's a glimpse of what happened when the internet got a taste of Caroline's first driving lesson.
Today's me putting the key. Not too bad. Next time we'll do. Oh, just. But you, my poo want to come. You what? My poo. Where you going now? Caroline, stay straight. What are you doing? Stopping. Go straight. No, they must go. Stop. Look at this. Sorry. Oh, now? I'll go now. Where? This side? Wait. Actually, go left, y'all. Go left. Stop! What? Go for the car. We are done. Turn the key. Put your foot on the brake. And now pull out. Pull. Thanks God I'm still alive.
That picture says it all, and welcome to the show, Josh Rubin and Caroline Ndlovu. Good morning to you guys.
Hey man, thanks for having us.
I think you're actually the most famous people I know on Facebook. I typed in Caroline in the search bar, and it says Caroline first driving lesson. It's already there. Are people pulling you on the street and saying, hey, you're that person from Facebook?
Have any of you? No. I've been out a few times, and I've definitely been stopped a few times, but I think Caroline's definitely the more famous one.
Yeah, so certainly after what you said on that video, and I'm sure there's lots more of it in that 6-minute video. But tell me about how far back does your relationship go, and how did this whole driving lesson video come about?
Caroline's been with us for about 12 years, since I was like 8, 9 years old. And I got my license about 3 years ago, and ever since then she's been asking me to take her for a drive around. She's been asking me to take her for a drive, and about a week and a half ago we eventually just got in the car and did it today.
Oh my goodness. And so tell me, Caroline, is Josh a good teacher?
Yes, he's a good teacher.
Really? What kind of things does he teach?
Teach me how to punch people.
What? That's not what I meant. I was asking with reference to this. But so what was it like sitting in that driver's seat? Crocs. What was it like sitting in that driver's seat and learning to drive? Tell me about the experience. What did it feel like?
Feeling excited and nervous.
Yeah.
She was really
happy too.
Did you punch anyone? No.
I punched Josh. My teacher.
I made her take off the Crocs because they were like getting stuck underneath the pedals, but she was trying to drive barefoot, so that's why I made her move them away.
All right, so I'm glad you guys had fun doing this, and of course we have fun looking at it and laughing about it. But this is also, is this part of your, I guess, your content creation, photographer line of work? Because I understand that that's what you are as well.
When I was younger, I used to make a lot of videos. Caroline was my main subject, always pranking her, and then she would often prank me back, but not often on video.
Yes.
But no, not really. We kind of just did this for fun.
Yes.
I always video us, well, especially Caroline, just because she's so funny.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even going to post it until a friend of mine told me to post it, and that's when it went viral. The reaction is really,
well, I mean, as a content creator, what do you think that attracts people to a video like this and makes them watch it, over 1.5 million times right now?
I wasn't too sure, but then after looking through the comments, I think it was just the relationship between me and Caroline, especially with everything going on right now in South Africa, that, I don't know, just the relationship between the two of us, I think that's what drew people to the video, and just like Caroline's, just like the honesty of her, just nothing was staged, it was just us being us.
That is awesome. And so, I mean, you said some of the stuff that's happened between the two of you hasn't been captured on camera, so as much as you've taught her how to drive, Caroline, have you taught Josh anything?
Yeah.
At home?
Yeah, to cook.
What did you teach him to cook?
Sadzanyama.
What's
Pap?
Okay, all right, cool, too. Nice one. But I also believe that there's some exciting news ahead. Do you want to tell me about that?
Oh, what's that?
That you guys are going to be going to Culinary, apparently.
Oh, of course, yes. We were gonna. The manager of Culinary messaged us and said that they would take us around the track, but plans have changed, and we're gonna do. It's called a 51-second car review with them, and Caroline is hopefully going to be driving if she can muster up the courage. Yeah, and they've got quite a few plans with us, but. Yeah. Those are still to be confirmed. Okay, cool. And then also, where can people follow your portraiture work and your videos that you take? I mean, this is some of the stuff that you do online. Where's your you can follow me on Instagram at Josh Wideaway. Whoa. Wow, man. And also, we've just started a Facebook page. There's not much up there at the moment, but it's Life with Caroline SA. Okay, fantastic. So check out those pages online. This is brilliant work, and I'll definitely be checking it out online. Thanks very much, you two. Thank you. And good luck being famous out there. And Caroline, don't punch people. It's not okay.
No, punch my teacher only.
All right, over to you guys. I think it's such a brilliant story. Definitely something to make you feel good on your Wednesday. Right now, something to make you possibly feel inspired. Now, one of the best perks of being part of the Expresso family is gaining knowledge and trying new things. Now, Woolworths is encouraging all South Africans to do the same by learning more about healthy living and trying to make changes that lead to a healthier lifestyle. Now, it's all good and well that we tell you about this, but here at Expresso, we like to walk the talk. And that's why our amazing production staff and crew behind the scenes have taken up the Woolworths #StartsWith challenge.
Everyone has been getting the motivation to start with their Woolworths #StartsWith 7-week campaign. The team behind the scenes of Expresso embarked on their own 3-week challenge and are feeling inspired to continue embodying the lessons they've learned beyond the finish line.
I've learned that exercise definitely gets the endorphins rolling, it gets you in a better headspace, and these little sessions that we've had during our Expresso days have really helped give me an extra energy boost and give me a bit more concentration when going back to my work desk.
I've learned that I definitely need to exercise more, and I've improved a lot since starting with this challenge. I mean, I feel fit, I feel more energized, I just feel amazing.
I have found a love for exercise. I've really appreciated the resistance training. It's taught me more about my balance and learning about my core muscles and how important those are, and posture, which is definitely improving as well, which is great.
I have made the discovery that I don't have the best core. I can definitely work on my core and just overall flexibility.
I've discovered that I'm terrible at push-ups and not so great at burpees either. So it's something that I'm definitely going to have to work on, yeah.
I always thought that my legs were pretty strong, and I've discovered that they aren't quite. I've found that my abs are a lot stronger than I thought they were, like my core, which is nice because I've always needed to work on my core, so that's cool. My arms are also pretty strong, so it's my legs that need the work.
A team of personal trainers has been keeping a close eye on the individuals, identifying their strengths and weaknesses. Each session has been one full of laughs and mutual support as the staff use a welcome reprieve from their demanding work to take a moment for themselves.
Time is limited, so you want to get the most of your hour or 45 minutes that you have. So might as well just work your full body and get as much done as possible. And when you do that, your blood is flowing and you feel more alive straight after that.
I think the team has made huge strides in terms of just pitching up every day to do the workout, and they've been really enthusiastic in whatever we've thrown their way. So hopefully they will keep going with it because they've really shown really great improvement.
Well, as the challenges at start with, it's every day you start with something. So my challenge to them was last week was to add an extra glass of water to the day because we're going into summer, we forget to drink and our bodies are dehydrated. So it's little lifestyle changes every day, making a change where you're adding value to your life.
In life, we all have our own work or duties to fulfill, but not realizing that our body is always going to be there. So even if you are doing your daily job and you don't realize that your body's there and it needs some work too, so it's two separate things. We need to get moving and realize that our body's there forever and we have to keep on working it as well. So that's very important.
I was saying to my team that it would be awesome to do this, actually carry on after our 3-week challenge. If we could do it even like twice a week, I think it's such like a great team bonding experience. So if once a week we could go out to the balcony or come down to the prom or something and just do like an exercise together, I think it'll be really cool if we can do that.
You can start now. It's not too late.
You can do absolutely anything. Start small if you have to. Hashtag starts with challenge. Start today.
So go on, get out there and do what it is you need to do to start with so you can achieve the results you want to end with.
Yes. Well, we're taking a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we get back, we're going to bring you a little bit of a tech update. A fake WhatsApp's been doing the rounds. It's received more than 1 million downloads. Don't worry, we'll fill you in after the break.
Talking about tech, we're also going to show you how to bank safely when it comes to using your cell phone. All that and more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso right here on SABC3. Right now, to get a quick tech roundup and take a look at what are those stories making the rounds. WhatsApp has been in the news recently quite a bit, of course, with a new feature that's been announced that you can now delete, and it'll delete, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, there's also some fake WhatsApp news happening.
Exactly. As you can imagine, everyone must have been excited at the fact that, you know, this is happening to WhatsApp. For some reason, recently, I mean, if you downloaded WhatsApp recently, you might have noticed something a little bit odd. Then you'd be one of the people, the millions of people worldwide, to have received the end of or gotten the fake version of the program. Now, last week, a phony version of WhatsApp popped up on the Play Store titled Updated WhatsApp Messenger. And when downloaded, it would then spam the phone with a bunch of ads to download other apps. And at first glance, it did appear to be the real thing, and more than 1 million people then downloaded it. And before it obviously got too much out of hand, Google then noticed, deleted it off the store, and then, of course, allowed other people out there to do the same thing. They are unsure how this fake program got to bypass the security system, but it does reveal that even Google security is not invincible.
Yeah,
that's
man.
dangerous.
That is dangerous. That is dangerous because, I mean, WhatsApp, for such a big kind of platform, you know, for fake versions to make it in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been feeling very iffy about WhatsApp these days.
I don't know, man. It's not
go back
giving
to
me
the
any
old
issues.
text messages.
To the old phones back in the day, man. Yeah,
exactly.
Only text.
Anyway, well, let's talk other news. Good news for the future of internet in South Africa. It's been announced that a new broadband sea cable network will connect South Africa with Brazil and the USA. Now, a partnership between Seaborne Networks and IOX. This cable will run from Cape Town to Sao Paulo and connect to a cable that runs to New York.
Wow.
Now, this network will then join systems that currently run from South Africa to India via Mauritius. And joining all of these countries together with next-generation high-speed broadband cables will open up a new era of stable connection between the USA and emerging markets as well. So that's very, very exciting. Basically, in layman's terms, a future with super-fast internet connectivity between America, Asia, and Africa, which is really, really a good thing. I mean, can you imagine the information exchange that can happen?
Yeah, puts a whole new spin on connecting the world. Yeah, because that's literally, look at that. That's pretty much, that's cool, man.
Who lays the cable?
That's what I wanted to ask.
Is it like hooked up to the back of a ship, and as they go, the guy's just like, he's just tossing the cable there.
I don't know. Exactly like that, man. Anyway, so that's your take roundup on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning. We return the focus to cell phones right now, and we show you how to do banking safely on your cell phone, all those kind of things that you need to know.
We can't escape the fact that cell phones form a very important part of our everyday lives, which has resulted in many of us using them to store personal and very important information, as well as downloading apps that make daily admin and errand running a lot easier. But they've also given Skillam another means to scam us. And we've got Culinary, CEO of SABRIC, the South African Banking Risk Information Centre, here to tell us a bit more about cell phone banking and how to do it safely. Welcome back.
Hello, Graham.
I think a lot of us, it's now becoming quite obvious that there are risks involved. From your side, what are those major standout risks involved with banking, specifically on a cell phone or mobile?
Well, you know, you're not at any greater risk than you are when you do banking online. Yeah. And I think some of the things that we'd like to point out to people is that if you're using your mobile device or cell phone to do your banking, you should always ensure that it's locked, that you're able to lock your device so that if you need to get into it and start working on it, that you need to unlock it, you know, either by biometric or with a password. Don't store your PIN number for your cell phone banking on that device because, you know, if somebody gets into it and if you put their cell phone banking PIN number, it's going to be easy.
Shop,
yes. So these are some of the things that you need to be very mindful of. You know, set sort of really difficult numbers, PIN numbers to guess, and don't store it there. Memorize it if you have to. I know it's difficult, but unfortunately, these are some of the things you really need to be mindful of. Make sure that all your security settings are at the right levels. If you're not sure, ask somebody to check it for you to see that you've set everything correctly on your device itself.
Is it a greater risk to do your banking online? It's been made so easy. In fact, we are bombarded with marketing messages to move over to mobile banking, to move over to apps that our banks are using to make it that much easier. Is it a greater risk?
It's actually a better option to use because if you download, when you're doing your cell phone banking as an example, you should actually download the app for that particular device. The banks actually have that. Go onto the App Store. Don't download it from anywhere else. The apps actually have greater security features, and that's why we recommend that you actually use these devices and use the app that's actually designed for it. Because of all the additional security that's on it. You get encrypted SMS notifications that go through this. It's part of the additional security.
Just to be mindful of, you know, when we are approaching banking, what do we need to really have in the back of our mind? You've mentioned obviously using the app as one means to having greater safety. What are those kind of rules to live by?
Well, passwords, key critical thing, that's your signature. Make sure that you don't set 1, 2, 3 or ABC, that kind of thing. Make sure that the PIN numbers are such that it's difficult for somebody to guess. Make sure that you have all your security features in. Make sure that you lock your device. Don't store personal information on your device. You know, even if it's for your online banking platform, you know, for anything, don't store those things online. Make sure that you don't allow anybody else to have access to that PIN, not even if it's family members, you know. Don't leave your device lying around unattended to. If you're on the app, Don't leave it there incomplete and then go away and always close. And that's what people forget to do. So this is very important for cell phone banking. When you completed the transaction, you need to log off.
And not just in, I think, the field of banking. This applies to all of your personal information. Kalyani, thank you so much. I think you've got to treat your phone like a secure banking vault by protecting its contents through an access password first off, or a PIN, or any biometric system. Make sure that it is locked as tight as possible. And for more tips on banking safely, visit the Sabric website and their Facebook and Twitter pages. A wonderful resource so you can #WiseUp and watch out.
Wise up, watch out.
Now, you can make your dream a reality by filling up at BP. Now, you could be the lucky winner of 300,000 Avios points by entering the BP Fuel My Festive competition. And all you need to do is swipe your Avios card when you fill up with 400 Rand or more at any participating BP, and you could automatically, in fact, you will automatically be entered into that draw. And, you know, it's time for us to announce who is the next person planning their dream holiday.
Exactly. So on the line this morning, we have someone who did just that, as Zoe said, and is now planning his dream holiday. Everybody, I want you to put your hands together for our newest winner this morning, Brandon!
Good morning.
Brandon, good morning. Welcome to Expresso.
How are you doing?
I'm so good. How are you, my friend?
I'm really happy, thanks. Yeah.
That's so awesome. Brandon, how easy was it for you to enter this competition?
Yeah, look, it was very easy. I just went to the nearest BP station, filled up my car, and I was automatically entered into a competition.
Oh, don't you just love it? As easy as that. So, Brandon, my question for you this morning is, what are your plans for your dream holiday?
So first of all, I'd just like to thank BP for the competition and for, of course, the prize. I'm planning on taking my girlfriend to Mauritius, hopefully next year, just for a week, just a lot of bonding time.
That sounds amazing. Well, Brandon, we wish you the best of luck. Have the most amazing time. And please, can you send us photos?
I will do.
Awesome
thanks
stuff.
So much. Thanks, guys. Thanks, BP.
Oh, congratulations, Brandon, walking away as our big winner this morning.
That's right. And if you'd like to win a dream holiday like Brandon did, don't forget to swipe your Avios card when you fill up with 400 Rand or more at any participating BP. By entering, you will also stand a chance of winning incredible prizes right here on Expresso. For more info and T's and C's, visit our website. That's expressoshow.com or bp.co.za.
All right, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. After the break, we take a look at some international entertainment news. Adam Levine is making headlines.
Oh, hey, with his baby?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome stuff. Listen, and then we'll also run you through the top local and international tracks as the 5FM Top 40. Stick around for that.
Alrighty then, it's a Wednesday morning. Wakey, wakey. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show Express on SABC 3. Let's take a look at some of our international entertainment news headlines. Hopefully no pet sharks this time.
No. Only congratulations are in order this morning to Rosalind Sanchez and Eric Winter, who have welcomed their second child into the world. So, taking to Instagram, the actress confirmed the news with a photo of and several congratulatory bouquets for the birth of their son named Dylan Gabriel Winter, who is said to have arrived earlier this week. Now, this marks the second child for the couple, who have been married since 2002. As for older sister Isabella Rose, well, according to Mom, she's already playing house with her little brother.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
And you see that little book that Isabella is holding? Mom and Dad wrote that, so they've been on a bit of a book tour, touring her. She was highly pregnant. I love following them on Instagram.
So cute. Love, love, love. Well, staying with babies now, Maroon 5's Adam Levine and his Namibian wife, Bihati Prinsloo, are also going to be welcoming their second child soon. And during an interview with Ellen this week, Adam not only revealed the gender of the unborn child, but also that they are wanting a whole lot more.
Oh, wow. Go.
Girl. Having another girl.
All right. And I'll name her?
It'll be a collaborative effort, but at the end of the day...
I sent you some good ones.
I know. We're already working on it.
Okay.
We have this going. You know,
okay.
It's happening.
Because it would be really great, because just to say I named one of your children is not a big story, but to name both is a big story.
Why not go for two? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
and then
saying.
Maybe three.
That's what I'm saying. Are you going to have more children?
Probably.
You want a big family, don't you?
I do. I want a lot. I thrive in chaos.
Yeah. Have lots of babies, I say, hey?
Absolutely beautiful
Congratulations.
stuff.
Well, another girl, coming into the world. I love that, and more kids on the way. It looks like we'll have to keep this couple on the baby watch for a while to come, so that's pretty cool. Congratulations.
It's going to be interesting to know what baby's name will be, since sister is named Dusty Rose. So there you have it.
Rose.
Yeah. Well, that was your international entertainment news. We'll keep you updated, so just always stay tuned.
Just letting it go, it's letting the imagination.
Thank you so much, guys. Well, the entertainment keeps on coming on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, the festive season is literally right on our doorstep, and we are celebrating in a very big way with another exclusive, awesome Girls' Night Out by our Expresso New Metro Movie Club, and this is how you can join in the fun.
Forget Father Christmas. This festive season is all about women with another exciting Girls' Night Out. Be part of an exclusive nationwide pre-release screening of A Bad Mom's Christmas on the 9th of November, where you not only get to see this hilarious new comedy a month before release, but you could also be on screen as Expresso will film all the fun and excitement. To join this exciting ladies-only event, book your tickets, which includes a drink and cocktail snacks, at www.newmetro.co.za. Have a festive female experience with Girls' Night Out, only at New Metro. It's your scene.
From the big screens to the airwaves, time to catch up with all the movers and shakers on the 5FM Top 40 local and international chart, and some heavyweights in the mix. We've got former #1 holder Sam Smith, we've got Pink, we've got Maroon 5, all vying for that #1 spot. Who will take top honours? Let's find out from the Ham Man.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Nick Hammond, back with another recap of the 5FM Top 40 from this past weekend. And like we do every week, we begin by looking at the brand new entries onto the charts. Starting at number 36, and this, in fact, was the only new entry that came in this week. It's Armin Joubert with Should I?
To follow your motions, do you even know what is? What's been going on?
Time to look at my move and shaker picks for the week. The first one was relatively steady, but I picked it because it came in so hot the week before at number 21. Now at number 20, it's Pascal and Pearson, Jethro Tate. Look out for this one. It's called Running Wild.
Pull us back out of the riptide.
My second move and shaker pick's gone from 25 to 19. It's Khaled and Ray Strimmer with Lil Yachty, called Young, Dumb and Broke.
Young, dumb and broke. Young, dumb, young, dumb and broke.
Alright guys, let's finally check out the top 10 biggest songs in music from this past weekend. Beginning at number 10, she's a former #1, it's Taylor Swift with Look What You Made Me Do.
Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do.
This week at number 9, still super hot, it's 21 Savage and Post Malone with Rockstar.
When my homies pull up on your block, they make that thing go grata-ta-ta.
Something Soweto takes the number 8 spot this week, making tractions all across South Africa. This tune called Akanamali. Then at number 7, guys, it's Zayn and Sia with Dusk Till Dawn.
But you'll never be alone. I'll be with you from
6 has come off his album Divide. It's been one of the most commercially successful albums of the entire year. It's Ed Sheeran with Perfect. This week at number 5, it's a former number 1 from Pink called What About Us.
What about all the times you said you had the answer?
Maroon 5 and SZA take the number 4 spot this week in the 5FM Top 40. It's also a former number 1. This time, it's called What Lovers Do. At number 3 this week, the previous week's number 1, teaming up with Beyonce, J Balvin and Willie William, the remix of Me and It.
I can be a beast or I can give you emotion. But please don't question my devotion. I've been giving birth on these haters cause I'm fired up.
Camila Cabello and Young Thug take the number 2 spot this week in the 5FM Top 40. The track is called Havana. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to catch me, Nick Hammond, Monday to Friday, 9 to 12 on Hammond Time. And of course, every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to find out who will take the number 1 spot on the 5FM Top 40. Speaking of which, this past weekend, it's a re-entry at number 1 for Sam Smith with Too Good and Goodbye.
I know you're thinking I'm heartless.
Oh, some great music there from Mr. Nick Hammond on the 5FM Top 40 charts. Thank you very much, sir. Now, let's keep on going with the creative field. We know that for South Africans in the creative industry, taking part in well-established competitions on every platform can offer a boost and even be a launch to one's career. Now, from the visual arts to film industry, there are very many exciting competitions to take part of, or part in rather, and one of the most well-respected is one that really shows that jewelry can be more than just bling-bling and actually serve as a beautiful piece of art.
As the world's largest platinum producer, Anglo-American Platinum, through its annual Plat Africa Jewelry Design and Manufacturing Competition, celebrated South Africa's creative talent, where this year's theme was bold minimalism for the Indian millennial target market.
We've got a really thriving new demand for platinum jewelry in India, so it's growing very, very strongly in a market that is not traditionally known for white metal. But what we're seeing is the young folk in India really embrace platinum and the white metal, and because the millennials, the youngsters, are really focused on extravagant minimalism. So that's sort of, I guess, from the marketing folk how they came up with this year's theme. So what we do is we provide metal to the students and to professionals at pretty much no cost. So what we'll do is make metal available, allow them to sell their pieces and then pay for the metal. And then also this year, we're focusing much more on creating, in addition to their capacity and their skill as jewelers, we're helping them with their business skills. So we can help bring business expertise, and we think that we by doing that, we're encouraging jewelry manufacturing in South Africa, as you would hope that we have for this fantastic metal, where the majority of the world's metal is found in South Africa. We want to see the jewelry manufacturing for platinum continue to grow in South Africa.
Because this year's competition targeted a market that is tech-savvy and loves social media, actress and fashion designer Standiwe Goroge helped drive the competition's online campaign.
I'm absolutely blown away. Absolutely blown away. Blown away at the amount of creativity and talent that South Africa has to offer. So this for me has just proven, whether on a fashion level, on an artistic level in terms of maybe visual art or performance art, anything that has to do with art for South Africa, we literally have everything. The people behind the designs, I feel like so connected to each one of them. So because I was really blown away by each piece. It was 20 pieces, 10 obviously of the professionals and 10 of the students. But each one of them, you could hardly tell, oh, this is a student, maybe the finishes were not so fine. Everything was just literally superb, international standards. Being associated with an event like this is wow. Who doesn't want to be associated with a brand like Plat Africa? They are an amazing brand. It's been going on for 18 years. America has been around for 100 years. So it can only mean you're only associated with legacy, you're associated with class, you're associated with royalty, you're associated with a brand that honestly cares about South Africa's development and young talent.
The theme lent itself to sculptural pieces with multi-dimensional design. In the student category, an undulating design in a platinum ring earned Anke van der Linden first place.
The thing that inspired my piece was the Audemars Piguet headquarters tortoise building. It's a building it involves lines that have been intertwined. I learned that working with platinum, it's not easy because it involves a lot of labor, but it is actually very nice. The metal itself is nice to work with. This definitely aids me in getting my name out there and allowing South Africa and other countries to see my name. And that is ultimately what helps you to be successful, is if you become a household name, and this is definitely that opportunity.
In the professional category, the asymmetrical silhouette of a necklace that represented the Bonza family helped secure a win for Cape Town-based designer Yolandi Jonas.
I focused on Indian jewelry, Indian wedding jewelry, so I think every small little piece put together makes one union, one bond, and that for me translates to an Indian family, the marriage, and all of them coming together. It's my first entry as a professional in the professional category, so it means a lot. I finished my studies last year, so yes, it's a big deal for me to win my first professional entry.
This competition forms an integral part of Anglo-American Platinum's vision to develop the platinum jewelry industry and continues to encourage local talent to dare to be bold in their creativity.
Well, congratulations to all of the winners there. I'm sorry I took the words right out of your mouth. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say we're going to take a quick break. That's all I was going to say. Well, listen, when we get back, it is the Culinary hotline. We're taking things outside today. Anel and Chef Peter joining us. And, of course, those lines are open. If you've got a culinary conundrum, 021-430-9881.
And also a performance from Sam Thing Soweto, that hit song Akana Mali. Stay tuned for that and more on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're tuning to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, we are getting very inspired and motivated by all of you out there that have joined the 7-week Woolies #StartsWith challenge. So we thought that we share some of the greatest personal triumphs that you have posted about.
And there's been some inspirational ones. Our first one is from Christy Belair, who says she spent some time she wants to give some sincere thanks to Woolworths for setting up this platform to motivate her to make the changes that she's always wanted to do for so long. She says, my goals are big, but I know it's also possible because I have seen all of the incredible people on this group do that. Now, baby steps, planning, perseverance, moderation, willpower. And yes, Christy, you are right. This is exactly the formula for success. And thank you so much for sharing those pictures with us and some of your delicious smoothies and those roast veggies.
Yeah,
I mean, we love seeing
that pink smoothie. It looked delicious in that roast veggies as well. But you're right, it's baby steps and perseverance. That's it. And then Kirsten TD also adds her thanks to Woody, saying that her kids just love their tender stem broccoli and sugar snap peas. And that gives the mummy a bit of an extra oomph needed for her workout. So keep going at it, Kirsten. The official challenge may almost be over, but the real hard work has literally just begun.
Well, you know what? It's very easy for you to join the hashtag Starts With Challenge. Simply go onto Facebook and you search Woolworths Starts With Challenge and you click join, and you can be part of the community that's motivating each other to share their journey, you know, to better themselves, and that is with hashtag Starts With. And we've also made it a little bit easier for you to do so. You can SMS the keyword Starts With to the number 33728, and we will get that event link sent straight to your phone, and each SMS will cost you R1.50. No free SMSs apply.
This morning we're joined by the talented singer, songwriter, composer and producer Something Soweto from Johannesburg. He joins us once again to perform Akana Mali. Enjoy.
buhlo bungako abese kwashona malanga yaphenduka iminyaka ende manje sowumdala utusese muhle wena angize ngaphandle kuthi ngenkathi wena uzalwa ingelosi sesakhala simangaza buhlo bungako abese kwashona malanga yaphenduka iminyaka ende manje sowumdala utusese muhle wena
Oh man, the beautiful sounds of Something Soweto with Akana Mali. Have you ever heard that version of the song just like that? Well, special performance right here on our Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thank you very much to him. Right now, it's time for us to reflect on the news headlines of the morning.
In die nasionale nuus, die minister van Finansies, Malusi Gigaba, sê talle beleggers wil graag 'n aandele belang in die Suid-Afrikaanse lugdiens bekom nadat die regering nuwe raadslede aangestel het om die sukkelende nasionale lugredery se finansiële sake reg te ruk. Die SAL is verskeie kere reeds deur graderingsagentskappe uitgewys as 'n bedreiging vir die land se openbare finansies. Gigaba het op 'n nuuskonferensie gesê hy sou graag wil sien dat die nuwe bestuurshoof, Vuyani Rana vertroue in die lugdiens herstel en sy bates konsolideer. Die parlement se ad hoc komitee oor politieke partybefondsing sal vandag voortgaan met openbare verhore oor die konsep politieke partybefondsingswetsontwerp. Die wetsontwerp is daarop gerig om die openbare en private befondsings van politieke partye te reguleer. Die komitee sal kommentaar aanhoor van verskeie instansies soos Black First, Land First, Outer en UNISA. Die komitee sal later van dese maand voorleggings aan die parlement doen. Op die internasionale front, Franse owerhede sê Amerika se president Donald Trump is nie onder die meer as 100 wêreldleiers wat na aanstaande maand se klimaatberaad in Parys genooi is nie. Die beraad vorm deel van die Franse president Emmanuel Macron se splitsberaad om van die wêreld 'n beter plek te maak. Dit sal op 12 Desember plaasvind om saam te val met die herdenking van die Paryse klimaatooreenkoms van 2015. 'n Franse diplomatieke amptenaar het gesê die lande wat genooi word is die wat toegewyd is om die Paryse ooreenkoms te bevorder. En dan ten slotte geneeshere het 'n openbare gesondheidsnoodtoestand in Delhi, India afgekondig weens ligbesoedeling wat vergelyk kan word met die rook van minstens 50 sigarette per dag. Versmorende rookmis veroorsaak dat sigbaarheid swak is met besoedelingsvlakke wat in sommige gebiede die aanbevole perk van die Wêreldgesondheidsorganisasie 30 keer oorskry. Inwoners is gewaarsku om binne huis te bly en spoor en lughawe vertragings kom voor. Daar is nou weer hernieude oproepe tot die Indiese staat en federale regerings om daadwerklik op te tree. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Let's get a final look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
While we still await word on talismanic captain Itumeleng Khune's fitness for the upcoming game, we can confirm that Hlompho Kekana will not take part in Bafana's must-win World Cup qualifying match against Senegal on Friday due to personal reasons. Midfielder was excused from the national team camp after the sudden passing of a family member. We certainly send our condolences. He's been replaced in the squad by fellow Sundowns teammate Tiani Mabunda. Friday's must-win match against Senegal kicks off at the Peter Mokaba Stadium at 7 o'clock. Staying with football, the dates and venues for the Telkom knockout semi-finals were confirmed yesterday. It sees Wits taking on Kaizer Chiefs at the Bidvest Stadium on the 18th of November. Of course, in their most recent meeting, Wits scored an extra-time goal to see out a 1-1 draw in the league. That was back in September. While over in our other semi-final matchup, Polokwane City, they host Bloem Celtic at the old Peter Mokaba Stadium on the 19th of November. Then a little further afield, ending much speculation, West Ham United have unveiled David Moyes as their new head coach a day after the departure of Slaven Bilic rather. Moyes, the former Everton, Man United and Sunderland manager, joins West Ham on a 6-month contract as the team sits third from the bottom of the log with only 2 wins from the season so far. With the international break coming up, Moyes will have a week off before his first test against Watford on the 19th of November. And finally, in tennis, Andrei Rublev got off to a winning start at the next-gen ATP finals yesterday, beating Italian Gianluigi Quinzi in 5 sets. In a match lasting an hour and 46 minutes in Milan, Rublev had to fight back from the start after going a set down, but the 20-year-old Russian eventually pulled off a 3-2 win. Some other results from yesterday saw round 1 wins for Hyun Chung, Borna Koric and Daniil Medvedev. And that's a wrap of your sport for this morning.
Well, on that note, let's take a final look at the roads, starting off in Gauteng and Pretoria. Take note that Tswana will see a taxi strike take place today. Protesters are set to gather at the old Patco depot in Marabastad from 9 a.m. and the march will begin around 11:30. There's also reports of protest action currently on the N3 northbound at the Geldenhuys interchange. All lanes are blocked. You can expect delays, but please use an alternative route. Then moving to the Western Cape and Cape Town, following yesterday's fire that broke out in the Gordon area, the N2 at Solaris Pass has been reopened for traffic, but the R44 Roy Else, that one remains closed. And the fire at Red Hills also affected several structures at the naval base and is burning as far as Cape Point. Well, that's where we leave your traffic on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Thank you so much, Zoe. Let's quickly take a last look now at your weather, and it looks like nice and hot temperatures and a couple of thunder showers for the Gauteng area, and then cooler temperatures can be felt along the Eastern Cape coastline. Jou temperature vandag Polokwane 10 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 23, Mbombela 12, 16, Pretoria 11, 32, Johannesburg 10, 31, Mahikeng begin op 15, dit styg na 'n warm 35 grade, Klerksdorp 13, 32, Kimberley 13, 30, Bloemfontein 10 grade minimum en 'n maksimum 28, Richards Bay 13, 22, Pietermaritzburg 9, 21, Durban kicking off on 16 minimum with the maximum 22, Tata 8, 19, East London 14, 20, Cradock 7 minimum with a mild 24, Port Elizabeth 15, 21, George 12, 19, Sutherland 9, 25, Cape Town 14, 27, Worcester 12, 29, Springbok 9 and the maximum of 30, and Uppington a hot day expected 18 minimum with a maximum of 36 degrees. It's a wrap of your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast show for your Wednesday morning.
Spend 400 Rand or more at BP. Swipe your Avios card and you could win big. Make your dream holiday a reality with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
Time for us to head to social media. We need to find out what the answer is to our emoji charades game. We know that it's a song. There's 4 words. There's a baby, a confused face, and money. But let's see if you got the answer right. The clue we gave you was the single was released in February this year. Wow. Okay, cool. And I'm going to just read the first one. Klompo says, it's Mr. We the Best Music himself, DJ Khaled with Young, Dumb, and Broke. Congratulations, you guys. It seems like everybody got it right. Jonathan, Evantia, Wesley, Julian, and so much more. Thank you so much for playing our emoji charades game. We'll play it again next week, same time, same place.
Wow, that's bright. Okay, well, make sure you stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. You know what's happening when you see 2 beautiful people like this. It's time for the Culinary Hotline bling. Sing, sing, sing. So give us a call on 0214-309-881 to ask your culinary conundrums.
Try and stump them this morning. Get crazy, man. Get creative. Then, from these young stars in the culinary world, we're going to introduce you to some more up-and-coming stars in this incredible culinary world here in South Africa. Stick around.
Get a taste of the smooth life and win when you buy Tropica. Follow the entry details on your Tropica bottle and stand a chance to win daily airtime prizes, weekly giveaways of Fujifilm Instax cameras, Daniel Klein His and Hers watches or travel vouchers. You could also win the grand prize of a trip for 2 to the Maldives and stay at the luxurious Adaran Resorts. Visit tropica.co.za for info and T's and C's.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary hotline bling. That can only mean
welcome to it, the Culinary hotline bling. Ding, ding, ding. The time of the week, my favorite time of the week. Peter and Anel are here to take on your culinary conundrums, and so you know what to do. You want to give us a call on 021-430-9881. Sipelele. How are you guys doing?
Sipelele is phone.
Sipelele.
Sipelele.
I love that. Have you guys had a good week so far?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. All right, let's have a quick look at the questions that came in. One from Lisa Marie Mare. Ooh, like a, says, how do you make or cook the perfect salmon steak? Lisa Marie has never ever made one before. The perfect salmon steak.
Well, I would say keep the skin on.
Okay.
So you'd buy like a filleted piece of salmon. You can't use local because that's going to be trout and not salmon. It's not going to be the same. So you need to get either Norwegian, Scottish, or Canadian salmon, which is available at Woolworths or anywhere like that. And then what you do, the important thing whenever you're cooking any protein, so we're going to take the skin side first and put that down into a non-stick pan.
Yes.
Okay, with a little bit of spray and cook butter. Leave that on the skin side until the skin crisps up. And then what you'll start seeing is the meat changes from pink to white, and you can see it coming up. And as it goes to about a third of the way, flip it over.
Yes.
Only give it about a minute on the bottom. A lump of butter, squeeze of lemon juice, salt and pepper into the oven for about 2-3 minutes, and you still want that centerpiece just being pink.
Yes. When you do that and flip it around, I'm always scared that because like you allow the skin to crisp up, right? So it means it moves easier from the pan. When you flip it and only give it such a short time, won't that meaty part of the top stick?
No, not at all. Not at all. Remember, your pan's hot enough.
Yes.
And you always, I know I've told you this so many times, you're probably sick of me saying it, but you always put presentation side down first so that the pan's nice and clean. Whichever side you're going to use first, that the customer's going to look at, or your guests, make sure that goes down first, so nothing gets stuck to it or whatever, and then the bottom, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, well there you have it, Lisa Marie.
And I use a non-stick pan, and just put the skin on the non-stick, and it excretes natural oil.
Yeah.
Eventually, the oil of the
fish itself.
Salmon itself crisps up the skin.
There's a new thing now what people are doing, and in some of your trendy restaurants, they're taking that salmon, taking the skin off, cook the salmon, and then they take that piece of skin, spray and cook it into an oven or onto a fire. And it actually crisps up into like a beautiful disc. And then you place that at an angle or whatever, so it just takes it to another.
That's cooking with presentation in mind. Okay, great stuff. Lisa Marie, do try it out at home, and then let us know how it goes. Send us a picture. How about this one? Rulani Livingston says here, how do we cook chicken strips? Because my uncle likes them very, very much. Like to buy them at the supermarket, and then they taste very, very nice. So let's talk about the perfect way of preparing chicken strips.
It's such an easy thing to do with a breast of chicken or any part of the chicken, actually not with a wing though, that's something else. But what I do is just, you have your chicken strips, and what I normally do, I cut it against the grain of the chicken.
Yeah.
Because then the grains are short and they break easier and it's softer.
Oh,
so that for me is one thing.
Yeah. So is that from top to bottom?
That is from side to side.
So hold it. So there's the breast, so you go
the grain
there.
is normally like that.
Long ways,
the
right?
The grain is in the long, so I cut it like that.
There we go.
So they're shorter, so they're softer.
And then whatever you marinated in would kind of seep in there.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So just now we're going to use an egg, and then we're using this clover lactose-free for people that lactose intolerant. You use a bit of milk. You mix it together. I will add some seasoning. You can either add it in here or in your crumbs. Salt and pepper in your crumbs, and then you just dip it. Dip it and crumb it. And then you fry it. You can deep fry it, or you can bake it in the oven for about a few minutes. And it's easy as that.
How do you tell when it's right, when it's in the oven?
I think just a few minutes, and when it's golden brown. Yeah. And I think it goes very quickly when it's baie dun en klein stukkies.
And just on that, if who was the one who asked the question?
So this was Rulani.
Rulani.
Yes. Yeah.
Make sure, and this is where a lot of chefs go wrong, season your chicken and season your batter. So that you're not just getting the flavor of you need the chicken to bounce out, and you need the crumbs to bounce as well.
There you have it.
And you can add lovely flavoring to your paprika, chilies, anything
and
to your...
I actually like using broken up cornflakes as opposed to breadcrumbs.
Okay, I'll tell you what,
really
you carry on doing that. We're going to put that into the oven very shortly and enjoy it at the end of the show. But meanwhile, give us a call on 021-430-9881 for the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ting, ting, ting.
Clover Nolac. Lactose-free milk that lets you enjoy dairy again. Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover.
Now, for years, Hershey's has been instrumental in encouraging families and people of all ages to get into the kitchen and enjoy cooking.
Absolutely. Now, this extends to supporting the future stars of the culinary world by hosting an exciting competition for young chefs where they actually have or get to have fun and cook off against each other for amazing prizes. Check it out.
It is the inaugural Hershey's Head Chef competition at the Umhlanga branch at the Hershey's home stores. 3 finalists from top catering schools around KwaZulu-Natal are coming together to compete for the crown of Hershey's Head Chef.
The culinary schools participating in this exciting competition included the International Hotel School, Capsicum Culinary Studio and Fusion Cooking School. Each school's top senior student with a first-year student as their assistant had to cook 2 dishes from a mystery box.
Alan, where did the idea for the Hershey's Head Chef competition come about?
You know, over the years we've had junior chefs and we thought let's just grow a little bit, go to the cookery schools, get the young chefs involved, and we really believe that not everyone's good at school, not everyone's good at sport, but if you're good in the kitchen you can see the world, you can travel, and just to encourage your community to cook more and enjoy food.
What are some of the prizes up for grabs?
A lot of prizes go to the cookery schools. Bosch Siemens have come in as main sponsors and they sponsored small appliances for them, blenders, kitchen machines, etc. For the winners, we've got Hirsch cookbooks and obviously Hirsch vouchers. We want to bring them back into our store.
Jody, you've cooked under pressure and you've cooked from a mystery box. What advice do you have for the finalists?
Well, Zoe, I have cooked from a mystery box, and I must tell you that it's always daunting when you're surprised with ingredients. But my advice to the contestants is to just go with your gut instinct, go with the first idea that comes to mind, because as soon as you start second-guessing what you would like to do and adding too many variations on that, that's when trouble starts. Keep it simple, go with fresh, clean ideas and plate beautifully and concentrate on the taste.
The finalists had 1 hour of preparation and cooking time to work on their 2-course menu, using the mystery box ingredients with an additional 10 minutes for plating.
How important is time management during a competition like this?
So time management is everything, whether it's in the live kitchen or if it's in a competition like this. If you don't manage your time, you're going to produce something which is substandard. So you have to plan everything ahead and you have to use your time wisely.
Creativity and good management in the kitchen were key to impressing the judges, who want to see young chefs flourish in the local culinary industry.
Competitions like this are obviously very important because the young chefs have to compete against each other, and then obviously you never know later on in years where they're going to be, probably competing or working in the industry together side by side in the kitchens, and they don't forget these type of opportunities when they were cooking each other under pressure for an hour or so. So the future for KZN is looking very bright. These young chefs in an hour managed to produce some amazing plates. Flavor was really good. Obviously just a few little bits and pieces that they need to work on, like salt and pepper, but the future is definitely looking bright for the chefs in KZN.
Ismail Amos and his assistant Havanisha Naidu took top honours for their unconventional but delicious use of flavours in their starter and main dish.
I'm standing with the 2 winners from the Hershey's Head Chef competition. What did you think of that mystery box?
The mystery box was really tricky. I mean, the ingredients that were put together were far beyond extraordinary. Although we did make it work, we went with a rustic theme. I mean, we combined chicken and calamari together, which was really awesome. It was pretty tricky, especially with the ingredients that we did have, but we made it work.
Well, congratulations once again for winning. How does it feel?
Oh, it's very exciting. We're quite thankful. We thank Almighty. We thank our lecturers. We thank Hirsch once again. We're just living in the moment now.
Well, it's the student chefs from the Capsicum Culinary Studio that walked away with the prize of being Hershey's Head Chef.
Back again with Peter and Anel outside for this Wednesday edition of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing. You know how it works.
Absolutely amazing sunshine.
I mean, look at the view we've got going on here.
There's no wind today.
Thank goodness for that. You give us a call on 021-430-9881. We take your calls and your questions as you feed them through to us on Facebook as well. Let's take one that came from Rose Gitantongo, who said here, good morning, Expresso. How can I make homemade cream cheese and how long can I keep it for?
Yeah.
Homemade cream cheese. Okay.
So easy.
Okay.
We are using today a Amazi full cream.
Good old South African favorite.
Yes. Then you just pour it in a little cloth. Wat noem jy hierdie cloth in Engels? Mousseline cloth.
So where do you get mousseline cloth from?
Jy kan by die winkel gaan kry.
Any material shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you can also use like a thinnish dish-cloth, a clean one.
Yeah, one that you can use to wipe the dishes with.
Exactly. So you hang this overnight in the fridge.
Okay, hold on. Just show us what you've done there. So you.
And then this is the water. Hulle call this is vy basis that's left over normally.
Oh, so is that when what's her name? Little curds away.
Yeah.
I remember the nursery
that's your curds.
Yes. Ah!
Pieter, gaan jy vir my net daai regmaak?
Sorry, man. Sorry. You're talking, not paying
Ja, ek moet
attention.
ook nou weer alles doen vanoggend. Okay, then we're going to open this up.
Little Miss Muppet sat on the tuffet
Look how
eating.
beautiful it
Oh my
is.
word!
Wow.
Look at that. All right.
And then you can roll it like any cream cheese. I want you to taste this, Kat.
Okay.
You're not going to season it first.
Ja, ek gaan.
So this is fresh cream cheese as it would have come from.
Yeah.
You can season it with herbs, fresh herbs. Yeah.
What?
And the thing as well is, I mean, how much cheaper is it than actually?
Yeah.
Actually, because cream cheese is a pretty pricey thing.
Yeah.
And then you can roll it in a log if you want to.
Look at you, Anel, so fancy.
Ek weet. Ek maak hom gou hierso so.
Yeah.
And you can put it in the fridge overnight om 'n bietjie langer, om 'n bietjie dikker te raak, to firm up a bit.
And by the time your friends come around and you serve it, there you have your crackers, your cheese, cream cheese, spiced.
And you can use black pepper, pink peppercorns. Ek bedoel, you can just lighten this thing and fresh herbs. This is like a beautiful base with a bit of acidity for anything.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. Well done. Okay, so there you have it, Rose. That was your question answered. Then we take a question from Chaldine Colleen Johannes. She says, hey guys, I have a question for one of the chefs in the studio. I'd love to know how I can go about making my own taco shells. Please help.
Okay, it's quite a hard one.
Firstly, we're not in Mexico.
En moet jy nie 'n specific machine hê if you really want to do it yourself.
No, you don't need a machine.
Okay, so you can actually do it.
You can, but the problem is you need masa flour.
Okay, all right.
M-A-S-A. And to get it is like finding gold in South Africa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are very few retailers that actually sell.
I think there's only one, and it's a retailer that sells to like chefs and restaurants and whatever. So I don't think Joe Blogg's public can actually walk in there.
Okay, okay.
But I would assume they have it.
All right.
But the better thing to do is you take your tortillas. If you go to a supermarket, whichever one, and you buy the little ones. Okay.
A little tortilla.
Little tortillas, little wraps. You take those, and then there are two ways of doing it. A lot of chefs will pop it into some hot oil, start frying it, and as it gets golden brown on the one side, flip it over, give it about a minute or so, and then they hold it with a tong. And then they crisp, so that it crisps up into that taco shape.
Yes.
But the easy way that I found over the years is you take a baking tray, then you put one of those racks on, you know, the metal racks, and you actually bend them like that.
Yeah.
So hang it there.
A little bit of butter on it, put it over it, and put it into the oven for about 7-8 minutes, and you get the most beautiful taco without any worries.
Like 180 degrees about, Pete?
Yeah, about
180 degrees. Yeah. I just hang them in the oven over my rack. Oor twee sulke die twee grade hang ek dit net so en dan spray it with a bit of olive oil.
Brilliant. There you have it. I never knew that you could do it. Well, that's why we have the experts here to help you along. Well, keep giving us a call on 021 4309 881. We'll be back again with the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting!
Definitely loving all the tips coming from the Culinary Hotline, but it is the end of the year and it's fast approaching, and it's crazy how you feel a little burnt out this time of the year and you're waiting for that holiday season to kick in. Now, if you're looking to make the daily slog that little bit more easier, then make sure you tune into Afternoon Express a little later today for some great meal prep tips for the whole family. Head on over to Afternoon Express on Facebook, like the page, get the ingredients list, and get ready to make some meal prepping easy with the team.
Then first of all, I have to commend you on some brilliant questions coming through this morning. Keep them coming thick and fast. We're going to drop more culinary bombs on the Culinary Hotline. Bling!
Ting, ting, ting!
And then we're going to get back into the kitchen to help you do some cleaning. In particular, we're focusing on food containers which need to be pristine. We'll see you for that after the break.
Ever wanted to visit a snowy winter wonderland or is relaxing on a tropical island more your thing? You can visit your ideal destination when you win one of 21 dream holidays every week from 2 October until 15 December with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive. Enter the competition by visiting a BP fuel station and swiping your Avios card when you spend 400 Rand or more. Sign up for your Avios card for free at BP and get your entries in to win big with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Call us on your cell phone. Culinary hotline bling. That can only mean one
Welcome
thing.
back. This is your feel-good breakfast show Express on SABC3. It is time for the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing. We basically have some of our crew at the back just saying like, sing, sing, sing. I saw you there. I saw you. Anyway, back here, we're taking your calls on 0214309881. Let's quickly reflect on this question from Mamolefe Mofokeng, who asked us this on Facebook. I've been trying to make melting moments, but the patterns keep melting away in the oven. What am I doing wrong? Firstly, what are melting moments?
It's a cookie, a lovely soft cookie that melts in your mouth.
And the reason why it melts in your mouth is because it's got about a third corn flour.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what makes it so special. And that's when you put it into your mouth, it almost like, it's like butter. It just melts away. So that's where the name comes from.
Yeah. I think I know what we just never called it that when we grew up. Like melting moments is what it's called now.
But literally the corn flour is what gives it that beautiful melting effect.
And so the question then is about the patterns going away when it's in the oven and what's going on, what's wrong.
Normally you can pipe it. I've just rolled the balls now. But normally you, the pattern is just like a fork like that. That is a pattern of the melting moment. But what you do, you put your fork in some corn flour.
Oh, so more corn flour.
Or even caster sugar.
Okay.
To coat
and you just do that.
Now, what does that do when you do that?
That mark the fork los,
Yes.
so it doesn't stick to the thing, and you can actually go a bit deeper with it.
So it makes the fork go deeper, and then but the actual corn flour itself, does it create some kind of hardened crust
No,
so
it's
that
for
it
the
doesn't
fork,
rise?
so the fork doesn't get stuck in there. You can actually do it so it. Want anders gaan jy net so gaan, dan gaan jou vork vassit.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yes. Fast. So you do this, and then you actually give it a good squeeze.
A good squeeze.
Dan gaan hy definitief dit behou.
And also, I think when you start, and make sure that your dough has been in the fridge.
Yes.
Because that's also going to help it hold together when you bake it.
Okay, so as simple as that. So you said caster sugar, corn flour you can use as anything to just coat the fork so it doesn't do it.
That's interesting, the caster sugar there. Dit gaan baie lekker wees. It's going to be lovely. It's going to crisp up and sweet.
What I normally do, well, I sound like I bake all the time, but when I have made these, I would make a flat layer, and then I would make a buttercream icing, and I'd do this for the top, so you make it like a proper little cookie.
All right.
And then you just...
Excellent stuff. I need to get the recipe for that. Hopefully we have one on our website. A question came in via call from Albertina in Pretoria saying she caught a mackerel fish. Fresh caught. Any ideas on how to prepare it, how to make it delicious? How to give it
online at the moment?
Well, that's the story. She caught it. Unfortunately, we lost the line, but that's what happened. So she caught a fresh mackerel, and she needs to know what to do with it.
Treat it like tuna. You got to. It's a very oily fish. Okay. It's a beautiful fish, but if it's overcooked, it's terrible. So I would treat it similar to tuna.
It's very strong flavour, mackerel, very strong flavour. So,
but it's a beautiful fish.
Yeah. And I think very quickly fry in a pan. I think fillet it. Fillet it
even
properly?
done it where you've got like your little slices, because it's quite a nice shaped fish.
Yes. Yeah.
And you can actually do what they call like, and it's like little, because the center bone's here, and it's just little flat steaks.
Okay.
A little bit of flour, salt, pepper, lemon juice, pan fry.
Yeah. And I think you can be generous with the lemon juice because it's such a rich fish.
Yes.
It needs lemon.
When you say it's like tuna, can you have it raw like you have tuna sashimi?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, with a bit of basting of your soy
sauce. It's a big thing, and it's one of the few fish that they, and what they do is they keep the skin on, okay, and you actually take salted water, hot water, and you pour it over the skin, that it actually tightens it up, but it also makes it edible. And then they actually, if you look in Japan and that, then they'll take that mackerel, and it's got the beautiful color of the skin, and they would use that as food, as like nigiri or something like that.
Yes,
so
excellent.
Yeah, definitely you can.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we'll remain open with our lines on 021-430-9881. Next time when we talk about fish, I want to talk about how to debone a fish, because there's nothing worse than eating a beautiful, juicy piece of fish and then like,
so why don't next time I'm on, let's do it.
Can you do that?
I'll fill it to head and tail for you.
Show us how you do it so I can do it at home.
Absolutely.
Because I like fish.
And you know what I'll do as well? And it's one of those fish that it's a little bit on the orange at the moment, with sassy, but sole. And people are scared of it. And if you learn how to clean sole, it's one of the most beautiful fish.
All right, well, stay tuned. We'll be back with the Culinary Hotline. Bling!
Ting, ting, ting!
Ting, 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 indeed. Yeah, man. So listen, it's how to shine with Mac Kitchen Cleanup Time. And you know what? Easy to store, economical, and available in many shapes and sizes. Storage containers are a vital part of your pantry. But each time you use a resealable container, a shopping bag maybe, or even a water bottle, there is a potential of cross-contamination from bacteria unless it has been cleaned correctly.
Exactly. So what we're going to do is share some tips with you. The very first tip is when dealing with containers, it's good to give them a preliminary rinse before you use them as well, because you don't know what's already inside them. The second tip, to eliminate smells from plastic and glass containers, wash them at the earliest possible moment. Ewan's really good with that. I'm terrible with that, but make sure you get in there right away.
I don't like those unwanted smells, man. And then a proper wash with hot water and Mac dishing wash liquid is, of course, the best. Now, Mac's high foam formula with active lemon will cut through grease and remove those stains. So for tip number 3, the rubber seals on your food containers can harbor illness-causing bacteria if not washed properly.
Exactly. So wash these by hand using hot, soapy water, and then make sure to really clean the area around the seal and any grooves where the cover attaches to the container. Rinse it and then leave it to air dry.
Exactly. Then tip number 4, sunshine improves everything, not only your mood, but it does wonders for your plastics as well. So place those containers outside on a sunny day to air them out and take advantage of the sun's natural ability to fight odors. Great tip right there. And then also don't ask why or how it works, but strong smells in plastic containers are often eliminated by newspaper.
What?
Yeah, it's
now
crazy.
You tell me.
Well, it's good to know. So what you do is you place crumpled newspaper inside, snap the top and store overnight or longer. And then just remember to wash with some Mac and water afterwards, since newspapers is not known to be very clean.
I love it. And you can't use newspapers under your arms. You actually have to use deodorant.
Maybe, I don't know, you know.
Imagine that. Now that we've put a lid on your Tupperware woes, we've got an amazing giveaway for you. Mac is giving away a hamper worth 300 Rand each week. All you have to do in order to stand a chance of winning is SMS the keyword MAC to 33728. SMSs are charged at R1.50. No free SMSs apply, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Now, this week's giveaway is at midnight this Friday, so get involved.
Every dish for every occasion. Mac makes it easy for you to shine.
Woo! Yes, we're back outside. It's a hot day indeed, but we forge on ahead with the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting. Stop it. Anel and Peter are here to take on your questions. You know where to call us. 021-430-9881. An interesting question came in from Marcela Rudolf Onaletata on Facebook, who said, "Good morning, Expresso. My query and question is, I'm eager to know how to make apple cake. How is that made? Look at that piece of cake. It looks great." So what is the complex thing about apple cake? Is it not just like apple pie with an upgrade?
It is.
Is it really?
It's got a cake batter.
Yes.
A pie's got a pie batter, like a pie.
Oh,
like
yes. Right, okay.
This is a cake batter.
So first thing I noticed is that because of the sun, our butter is not at room temperature.
It's perfect temperature for this.
for cleansing.
So it's butter and icing sugar.
Icing sugar.
Okay.
You cream that. Are you waiting for me, Peter?
Yeah.
While I'm, okay.
This is your recipe, Anel.
Oh, really? No, I'm joking. Okay. Maar geef vir Peter al die harde werk.
Okay, this is where you want one of those little...
Yes.
Oh, hand mixes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So you first cream your butter and your sugar, and we're using icing sugar. It works better.
I do say that icing sugar is one of the most difficult ingredients to work with, only because it takes a lot of patience. Like, even when making icing to decorate cookies or cakes with, it just takes a while. The amount of water you need to add in, even now, you kind of see how it takes its time to go around. So you've added butter, icing, sugar, and now eggs.
Yeah. And now eggs. So you add all your wet ingredients. Peter, jy moet vinniger maak met daai arm van jou.
Klits, Pieter, laat het
Klits.
Ek probeer hard.
Men can't do things op dieselfde tyd.
Come on.
Just stop hy met die hand. Ek bedoel, really?
I was trying to think of the Afrikaans word.
Klits, Pieter.
Klits.
Okay, so how many eggs you got in there? About four eggs. Cool.
4 eggs, klits, Pieter.
And we're going to add this in.
Vanilla.
So all the wet ingredients.
All the wet first.
Okay,
and then the dry.
The dry is bietjie bakpoeier.
Knowing that baking is a science, and when a recipe says do this, you have to do it exactly.
Yeah.
Is it always the case that you're adding dry ingredients together first and wet ingredients together first?
Absolutely.
Yeah, always the wet ingredients together and then the dry ingredients.
Except in that part where you added the icing
this
sugar.
is still very lumpy because we don't have whisk.
Yeah.
So we're just going to put that in. Okay, now my little thing on this, like a hint, is when you make these cakes.
Yes.
Is you take your batter, you split it in half.
I'll come around. I'm going to help
Maar ek het vergeet om die melk by te sit. Dit is my fout. Jy kan dit inklik.
Yeah.
So you make the batter, split it in half, put half to the fridge.
Okay.
The other half you put into the freezer. Okay. And what you do is you, like let's say an hour later, you take the one out of the fridge and you line a tart cake tin or whatever with that. You blind bake it for a little bit, and then you put your filling, which you actually cooked on the side with some nice lemon and cinnamon and all that kind of stuff on your apples. Throw that in, and then when the other piece of your dough is actually frozen, you take and you grate it over the top.
Oh wow!
And
that is very fancy.
Yeah, so it becomes this very crispy.
Very clever.
Yeah, but it's what I would...
Excellent. And once you've done this, how do you then get the apple flavor infused in it? I see we've got some apples
Remember,
here.
this is just the cake, the tart. So you're going to have the whole apple that's still going to go in the center of it. So it's a complete mixture inside it.
All right.
Verstaan jy?
Ek verstaan wat jy wil gesê het.
Ja, daai appel jy kan 'n bietjie van dit hier ingooi, dan gooi jy dit in 'n pan and then you add some on top and then you bake it at 180 for about an hour.
Excellent stuff. Well, there you have it, myself. Thank you very much for your creative question and all of your creative questions at home. Of course, send them through to us on our Facebook page. That's Expresso Morning Show SABC3. And of course, also, we'll be back again with these two lovely people for next week's edition of the Culinary Hotline. Ting, ting, ting.
Clover Fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover. Well, on that note, we are breaking away from the food for a little bit and then casting our eyes onto the world of fashion, this time supporting local designs. You do not want to miss out on that.
He's in the house.
Yes.
Absolute legend. Then, before you get withdrawal, we'll get back into the kitchen. We're going to introduce you to some of the latest cake trends out there. Sounds delicious. We'll see you now.
your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso loves to wake up the nation with inspiration, meaningful conversation, and a lot of fun. We're also proud that this entertainment and interaction goes beyond TV, and we connect with the Expresso family on social media. So we're proud to announce that Expresso has been named by Africa Brand Index as the #1 TV show on social media in Africa. Expresso has top TV shows across the continent for communicating with our audience on social media. And this achievement is thanks to having the most awesome fans on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
We would like to say thank you so much to our online Expresso family for helping us become the #1 TV show on social media. Oh, it means so much to us to be able to interact with you, and we thank you for being on this journey with us every single day.
Expresso is known for its feel-good stories, and what I love about social media is seeing the response to these incredible stories. It's really heartwarming to see people sharing their own experiences or relay how the story has inspired them. It inspires us to keep finding and sharing these feel-good moments.
I love when the viewers laugh with us, when something funny happens during the show. We speak to the camera and we have a laugh in studio, but it's great that the conversation really becomes a two-way thing when we get to read the viewers' response and they are laughing along with us.
You too can be a part of the #1 TV show's social media family on the continent, where you can take a peek behind the scenes and let us know how you feel about topics and stories on the show.
So if you're not part of our social media community yet, what are you waiting for? Please come and join the Expresso family. You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. And we would love to have your voice join our daily conversations.
Don't miss Expresso weekday mornings 6:30 to 9 a.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're back with your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, the Woolworths Style by SA collection is innovative fashion at its very best. A collaboration between one of our country's most respected retailers and 12 designers with strong points of view and a knack for trend-setting fashion. We continue with our profile on these wonderfully creative individuals leading the charge for South African fashion. And we would like to give a very warm welcome to Tebe Magugu and Ephraim Molengwana, two of the Woolies Style by SA designers. Can we give them a round of applause, everybody? So good to have you in studio. Tebe and Ephraim, you guys were chosen by Woolworths in probably what is one of the most sought-after collaborations. As local, young, innovative designers in South Africa, what does that kind of validation mean for you, Tebe?
You know, it's incredibly sort of validating, and you know, the biggest obstacle I face as a young designer is brand visibility. So with this program, it's really opened us up to like a wealth of new like clients and customers, and I'm really grateful for that. It's very validating.
And for you, Frank?
For me, being young, no. Being in the industry for a while, and when Woolies came and sort of like spotted me amongst the crowd, and I was kind of like, I still got it, and then I nodded up for them, and then really indeed it's the biggest opportunity ever as well.
Wonderful stuff. Now, Tebe, you took part in the collaboration, which is the Better Cotton capsule, as well as the Glam capsule. Can you take us through some of the pieces and also what was the motivation behind it?
It was very interesting to do the two collections because they're so different to one another, almost opposite to one another. So like the first capsule collection, which was sustainable cotton, I started thinking about deconstruction and how to take like flat cotton and make it quite interesting. And my favorite piece from the collection was the skirt. It looks like everyone messaged me saying, how do you wear the new shirt from Hula? It's a skirt that just has a button stand and a patch pocket and a collar on the waist.
Amazing.
And then for the Glam collection, I started thinking about Donna Summer and glamour and what someone would wear from Studio 54 in its heyday. And that's this garment.
This is gorgeous.
Thank
Absolutely
you so much.
amazing. Now, Ephraim, your brand is Ephemal, which I love it. It's like a collaboration of your name. Take us through your collection, because you were a part of the capsule, which was the resort capsule. What was some of your inspiration behind that?
I love traveling, I love seeing things, and then when I saw these fabrics, I love color as well. So hence it's very colorful.
I love it.
And then I speak to young people around in the country and listen to what they like and all of that, and see how they dress. I love the streetwear as well, much as Glam. And I kind of like nod when I saw like the youngsters, they like what I put on the ramp, and really indeed it's very, very catchy. And the girls, they like the jacket as well. So
It's sort of like, you know what I mean? It's really trendy, and then more very persistent in trying to give what youngsters want.
Yeah.
And not only young, as well as all other ages.
I love. No, there's no way that I'm only going to let guys wear that. I'm like, we are sharing this. It's ours.
No, it's boys.
Now, for you guys, you designers that have been handpicked, and it's such an amazing thing to celebrate South African talent. For any young person at home that's watching you, that has been inspired by your journey, what words of advice would you have? Let's kick off with you, Tebe.
I think work ethic and consistency, because building a brand is not only an art, but it's a science as well, and it's one you have to work really hard at trying to achieve.
Yeah. And you, Fran?
Be creative, be innovative, and be future. And most important, it's just like saying, have your own signature, and people will really follow what you like and what you like doing.
Basically, be like these guys, but be yourself, but also be like them. Thank you so much, Tebe. Thank you so much, Efrain, for bringing these amazing collections to life. Absolutely love them. And I don't care what you say, I'm still going to wear that jacket, though.
And Style by South Africa.
I love it. Style by SA.
Yeah.
Well, Woolworths and the Style by SA crew are showing the importance of artistic collaboration. Our thanks to designers Tebe Magugo and Ephraim Molengwana. Now, if you at home want to be a part of the most inspired collections around, why don't you just head to www.woolworths.co.za to shop the Style by SA capsules. The collection is also available nationwide at Sandton, Rosebank, Centurion, Canal Walk and Westville Pavilion stores. And you can check out our Expresso Facebook page for so much more.
All right, well, you know what? It's a beautiful day in the mother city, and with the sun shining and everyone smiling, we're all just looking for a way to celebrate life, because life is beautiful. So one great way to do this with maybe friends and family is a high tea at one of Joburg's most whimsical eateries, and they do high tea like no other.
A famous saying goes, you can't have your cake and eat it. Well, that's definitely not the case here today, because who doesn't like dressing up and enjoying a cup of tea paired with some mouth-watering pastries while mingling with friends and family? Sounds like the perfect plan, right? Especially with the holiday seasons just around the corner.
Afternoon or high tea became fashionable in British households in the early 19th century. This quaint English dining custom is a staple in hotels, patisseries and cafes in many countries, and Hemingway's in Joburg takes high tea to another level.
All right, so Jonathan, tell me why are high teas such a great way to socialize?
High teas allow you the opportunity to sit and mingle with your friends, take a bit of time out, and try a whole lot of our delectable treats, including our cakes and the various treats we put on the table.
And why did you decide to go with the theme Alice in Wonderland today?
Well, Cafe Hemingway's is named after a literary person, obviously being Hemingway himself, and on the basis of that we decided to make various high teas that are named after books and characters, and the Alice in Wonderland is a very colourful, fun theme for summer.
A high tea menu typically has some savoury items, but it's the sweets everybody loves. From red velvet cake to an indulgent chocolate and vanilla cake topped with caramel popcorn, the Alice in Wonderland menu is a fantastic feast for the senses.
When I'm mixing my cakes, I make sure that I concentrate and I don't overmix my cakes. And when I bake them, I don't overbake them also. And the other thing, when you weigh your stuff, make sure you weigh it properly, because like baking is like science, it's not like cooking. So make sure that when you're weighing your stuff, everything is perfect and all the ingredients are perfect and you measure properly. Then you won't make any mistake when baking.
For the guests, a high tea is a taste of pure decadence and sparks the imagination of bygone eras where glamour, fantasy and romance were part of everyday life.
The more sweet and sugar and cream and fresh fruit and champagne, that makes a great high tea.
The decadence that comes with it. I love sharing food. Take a little bit here and take a little bit there.
High tea is best enjoyed with family and friends, but it's an occasion for lively conversation. These guests revealed special people they love to invite to a high tea.
Salvador Dali.
Definitely be Hemingway. I'd have to say Winston Churchill. I'm a bit of a historian, so I like that.
He would love this craziness and madness on this table.
A movable feast is my favorite book in the entire world. I've done the Hemingway walk in Paris. I love literature. I love Hemingway.
A high tea type event is perfect for birthdays, bridal showers and other festive occasions, but it's also just a great way to relax and treat yourself for an afternoon.
With summer in full swing, a lot of us are going to be looking for interesting, creative ways to entertain our friends and family. And after tasting some of these delicious goodies today, I'd say a themed high tea should be top of your list of things to do.
Well, listen, this week, the Expresso New Metro Movie Club, they've got a prize for all the ladies. Tickets to watch A Bad Mom's Christmas as part of our exciting Girls' Night Out. And if creating a perfect holiday for their family wasn't hard enough, these fun, fierce females have to do all of that while hosting and entertaining their own mothers. So definitely a movie not to be missed.
Wow, so you can get the chance to experience this hilarious, fun-loving film as part of our new Metro Girls' Night Out, an exclusive ladies-only experience that includes drinks and snacks only at Canal Walk, at Cannubia Mall in Durban, Midland Park in Pretoria, Hyde Park and Bedford View in Johannesburg.
Now, to stand a chance to win double tickets to see A Bad Mom's Christmas and be part of our Girls' Night Out, simply SMS the keyword Bad Moms with your name and city to 40675.
Yeah, and remember, it's very important that you need to add that city in which you're able to watch the screening. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com, and the competition closes at 2 p.m. on the 8th of November.
Find the best entertainment at New Metro Cinemas. It's your scene.
I want you to don your mad scientist's coat, because earlier we spoke about the benefits of creating a curious mind in our children through science, and we're going to continue that discussion right now. We are chatting, of course, to our creative parenting expert, Nikki Bush, who's getting very creative today. First, straight off the bat, we've got to create an excitement around science. Why is that so important to start that early?
Well, today we have what we call STEM or STEAM or STREAM in schools. So science, technology, engineering, art, maths, and now we've added in the R, which is reading and writing. So now it's STREAM, because they've actually found there's a big connection between reading, writing, and our creativity and our thinking skills. So all of that now comes together. And so we need to have fun and teach children that learning is fun.
And it really can be. We've had some great experiments. We've got our beautiful blue tinged rose over here that we've done with just food colouring. We've managed to dissolve the shells off our eggs just in vinegar. That is mind-blowing. Now we're going to have a lot more fun. And you tell me this really is kind of mind-blowing.
So this is the symphony in milk.
Symphony in milk.
Right. So if you can just pour the milk, all the milk, 500 mils of milk, into a tray or a dish, a plastic tray,
cream,
all of it must be full cream for this experiment to work. Then I am going to put some dashes of food colouring in our dish. So it's sort of 3 or 4 different colours of food colouring works really well.
Nice.
And we are going to already, but just you wait. Now this is actually, we're going to create moving art. Okay, now what I want you to do is put a drop or 2 of dishwashing liquid in the middle of each of those splodges of colour.
So just into...
And keep going, keep going, because it gets better. It gets better. Try and get some in the blue. And can you see we are creating the symphony of colour that morphs and changes and is completely, totally and utterly fascinating. So the science behind this, Graham, is that the soap molecules are chasing the fat molecules in the milk, because that's how dishwashing liquid works. It breaks down the fat. So this is showing you that the science behind dishwashing liquid. And this will continue to move like this for the next 10 or 15 minutes. And you could take more dishwashing liquid in another 5 minutes and add, and it'll create another picture. So this is where you get your cell phones out and you start taking pictures.
Man, this is very Instagram friendly.
Different stages of development.
Well, you know, speaking of that, I'm guessing social media is a great place to get inspired to do this. YouTube, I would imagine, is a wealth of information. Who do you follow or connect with to get these sorts of crazy experiments? What's a good starting point?
Sexy is the new smart.
Okay.
Mr. Nifty. And just honestly, go to YouTube and just look up science experiments at home, and you will find just dozens. And some of these channels have 7 million followers.
Yeah.
Because they're so exciting.
But I suppose as a parent, once you discover a resource like that and how much you can do within your own home, and on an emotional level, this is a voyage of discovery that you're sharing together, and that's got to be really important.
It is, but I mean, you can take this even to a broader issue like your swimming pool.
Yeah.
That's all about acid and alkaline. Don't be filling it. But testing your swimming pool water is a science experiment, and you can do that with your kids.
Maybe my mom was just really crafty. She's like, let's have a little bit of fun and test the pH of the pool. No, get clean.
Yes, exactly.
No, I absolutely love that. And I'm guessing also your website has got some great tips and ideas as well.
So it's called Free Stuff on my website, nikkibush.com. Loads of science experiments to be done there.
I love it. Free stuff indeed. And education is free when it starts at home. Nikki, I'm not going to take these gloves off for the rest of the day. I feel like a mad scientist. Go and start exercising that brain, start creating a bit of excitement around science long before they get into school. In fact, you can do it in your own kitchen right at home, and it's so much fun.
Stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll be right back after this break.
Clover Classic Custard and Clover Crush are hashtag way better together. Stand a chance of winning daily cash and airtime prizes or the grand prize of a Toyota RAV4 when you buy a 1 kilogram classic custard and a 1 litre crush together. To enter the competition, dial *120 *5676 hash and follow the prompts. You'll need the barcodes from both products and can enter as many times as you like. For the full competition, T's and C's, visit clover.co.za.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. We just need to take a moment and talk about something Soweto that's been on our show and absolutely amazing. Did you enjoy his performances? Let's see, Lerato says, I really enjoyed everything Sam sings. I'm sure if he sings the alphabet song, I would enjoy it too. This is an angel, really, he is great. Vuyisile says he's absolutely given the hashtag talent, the hashtag voice. Angel says, I saw this guy live, thanks. Christopher, awesome voice and talented. Lucas, wow, nice. I'm crazy about something Soweto, guys. Yo. And then Lekti says, this guy can really sing. I loved it. So touching. Well done. We would agree with you. He's been absolutely incredible and he's just brought so much awesomeness to our Feel Good Breakfast Show. So thank you so much. Keep those comments coming. What did you think about something Soweto?
Well, it's been a great Wednesday here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Special guests who have come to our studio who might find inspiration from our dogs. I don't know. What do you guys think?
So beautiful.
Do you find inspiration in...
Amazing. Yeah, I've got something to do out of it
for next season. Yeah, no, the inspiration is just chill. Iffy, you know, you and I started out in this crazy industry together. I was wearing Iffy Mall suits before they were even a thing.
Wow. Yes,
dude, I think you dressed me for Miss SAT or for Dugu Dugu Awards or something like that. Dude, I'm so proud of you, bro.
Thank you very much.
So proud of you, man.
I really appreciate it.
Have you asked for your 10% yet now?
Not yet. I'm just wondering if I can still fit into one of your skinny suits. No, we love what you're doing, man.
Great answer. Always ready with the answers. Always ready. But it's been fabulous hanging with you guys, and thank you for bringing us the beautiful fashion that inspires South Africa.
Really appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you, South Africa, for having us.
Oh man, just too sweet. So we're going to get to do it all over again tomorrow. We've got Skaran Tabeni and Nick Air coming through to give us a Ruggabaga inspired workout routine. And we're also going to talk tens. It's coming, the biggest rugby tournament, sporting tournament ever in the world, ever.
Very exciting. And then, of course, JP Sebastian will join us for a movie review, the movie Mother. You do not want to miss out on that.
Oh, what?
Mother.
Your mother with the exclamation mark.
Moving on to that quickly, listen, we are very, very excited because this man right here will be performing the brand new Tropica song for us tomorrow.
Tomorrow, man.
Does it have like a drum and beat? What's the vibe?
Hey, it's got that Mumbattan kind of rolled back, you know. You might want to just get on the beat with it, but you'll hear it tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. Looking forward to that. And also then our guest artist for tomorrow, none other than Shane Eagle. So we're certainly looking forward to having him perform live. But we'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Too much.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.